Okay, so the Kyle Rittenhouse case. I seen you were very active in that. I seen you down at the courthouse, and I seen an incident happen. I seen somebody push you. What happened with that, and how was just that whole experience of being down there at the courthouse, and why didn't you, press charges against him for pushing you, and how did that all play out?
I'm not the type of person to press charges against a person. I actually ended up going to prison because I refused to press charges against somebody who was doing stuff to me, and I ended up going to prison for it because me having contact with that person continuously, even though my PO was like, you need to get a restraining order, you need to press charges, and I wouldn't do that stuff, I ended up being in violation and going to prison for violating my probation because of that. So I'm not that type of person. But what type of person I am, and the reason why I'm going to Kenosha, West Dallas, I've had confrontations with the Boogaloo Boys, the Proud Boys, all these little groups and people you can think of. One, because we don't have, even with people who run around talking tough and doing all that, you don't see them at them places going toe-to-toe with no white supremacists or no KKK or no skinhead. You will not see them doing that. And the difference between me and them is I will, because we do not have people who will protect. So you have the family of Jacob Blake, you have people who were actual victims who are getting harassed, these people are showing up with guns, these people are taking pictures of them, getting their license plates, showing up to their houses. So when you talk about protests, especially in other cities that are not Milwaukee, who don't have the massive numbers we have, who don't have strong activists who have experience and know how to handle these things, I have to go there and be the bodyguard for the situation. And so I think the situation you're talking about is the one that ended up in, I believe it may have been NBC. We was the front page, like me and a white dude, right? So it was two young ladies who were arguing. It was a white lady and some young lady who was with us. They were arguing. The guy gets in between it. He ended up pushing her, right? Now, again, when I tell you I have to be conscious about everything that I do, this is how this situation played out, because I'm seeing him push her. I step in between them. And I didn't notice this until I watched the video back, but he actually pushed me too when I got in between them. So I handed my phone off to her, and then I got in his face. And from then, I saw the police. Because if you see the video that was behind me facing that way, you will see the police lined up behind him. So I'm already knowing they're waiting for me to do something to him, and then they're going to do something to me. So what I did was I got in his face, and I kind of just antagonized him back to make him back down, which he did. He ended up apologizing to me and her. And even past beyond that day, days after that, they kind of like was more buddy than confrontational than they had been before. So just the fact of that, where you have people pushing and assaulting women, and they don't touch them, but if I was to make a move, which I should have, I had every right to, but I wanted to make exactly sure with my camera and with all the other ones, you see these police lining up behind him as in a sense protecting him. And then if you push me again, so I wanted to be clear, if you touch me again, something's going to happen. And now I'm defending myself. So I have to make things go a certain way as for the utmost protection for myself, so I don't end up in legal problems like I have, because they are waiting, and they definitely will take advantage of any situation that I do not take that much precaution to.
It makes sense.